Hi, I'm Nova. I'm sitting in this renovated home built by Buena Vista in St Kilda. This house is over 100 years old, heritage overlay at the front, typical worker's cottage, the front 2 rooms, cold, dark, dingy, and look at it now, light, airy, well insulated. And it's a complex site because of the size, the requirements for the planning permit made everything just a little bit, more complicated than just your standard knockdown and build. We were initially introduced to Richie and his team through our architect, and I did my due diligence. I got 3 builder quotes, and why we chose Richie and his team was because during the whole process, it was during lockdown as well, so there was all the uncertainty about costs, which is a major consideration for most people. And also because he took the time to actually sit through line by line and go through the quote. During the initial phases, we discussed alternatives to what had been designed. For example, the heating and cooling. There were different suggestions that were brought forward by Richie to make it a bit more efficient. We often had this discussion, would you do that in your home or did you do that in your place? So what was really noticeable was the amount of communication. And even before we started the project, I had requested that Richie speak to the neighbours. So my background is in mining, and getting the local community involved and engaged before any major project comes into play is vitally important. So it was great that, he took time out to meet both neighbours, surrounding neighbours, and just address any of their concerns. And I think it's a litmus test when your neighbours come up to you and say, oh, your builders are great. They're really courteous, polite. And I've noticed that even with the other trades, whenever you come and visit, they're always polite and happy to answer questions. Stood out was even just choosing these wonderful windows, these sliding doors. Richie also came along to the showroom. We sat there for a few hours just discussing the windows and what function they were going to have and how they were going to fit in with the current plans. The quality is superb. I guess it's beyond my wildest dreams, especially compared to what we started with. It was cold and dingy. We can ditch the ski gear in winter because we'll have sufficient insulation. So the journey was pretty smooth. There was, as I mentioned, good communication along the way. Also, a lot of time to think about final decisions. For example, the staircase, to go and visit the staircase manufacturer to finalise detail. All those little intricate details, which are so important for the long term, the longevity of the house.